Today our topic is linked list. Before learning this video, please learn previous parts of this linked list. Otherwise, you can't get this video clearly. Linked list is a very commonly used linear data structure which consists of group of nodes in a sequence. Each node holds its own data and the address of the next node, hence forming a chain-like structure. We already learned this thing in our previous video. There are three different implementations of linked list are available. They are singly linked list, circular linked list and doubly linked list. So what is singly linked list? In case of singly linked list contain nodes which have a data part as well as an address part, that is next, which points to the next node in the sequence. So today we will learn how to do bubble sort using linked list. So bubble sort using linked list. In this series there is another separate video for bubble sort using array. First follow the video, make your conception clear, then see this video. Then this video will be more useful for you. So what is bubble sort? Bubble sort is the simplest sorting algorithm that works by repeatedly swapping the adjacent element if they are in wrong order. So the bubble sort gets its name because elements tend to move up into the correct order like bubbles rising to the surface. So I am taking one example, then this thing will be more clear for you. So the logic. Bubble sort is very simple and easy to implement sorting technique. Until unless explicitly stated, sorting means ascending order. Let's take an example. We have a list of numbers stored in a linked list. Logic starts with comparison of first two nodes infos, and if the left node info is greater than the right node info, then they swap their position. Comparison proceeds till the end of the linked list. So, in our linked list, there are 5 nodes. Here, I am just representing the info portion of each node because here I want to discuss the logic for bubble sort. So, here I am just representing the info of each node, those 5 nodes. So, in case of first iteration, first you have to compare first node info with the second node info, 25 with 17. So, see, is 25 is greater than 17? Yes, so swap. Now you have to compare second node info with third node info. Because 31 is greater than 25, so no need to swap. Now you have to compare third node info with fourth node info. 31 with 13. Because 31 is greater than 13, so swap. Now you have to compare fourth node info with the last node info. Because 2 is less than 31, so swap. Finally, we get the biggest element at the first position. Now, second iteration. In case of second iteration, first we have to compare first node info with the second node info because it is already sorted, no need to swap. Now we have to compare second with the third node info. So, 25 is greater than 13, so swapping required. Then third with fourth node info. Okay. So, because 2 is less than 25, so swap. Finally, I get the second biggest element in its position. Now, third iteration. In case of third iteration, you have to compare first node info with the second node info because 17 is greater than 13. So, swapping is required. So, swap. Now, compare second node info with third node info because 17 is greater than 2. So, swap. Finally, we get 17 here. And in case of fourth iteration, you have to compare first node info with second node info because 13 is greater than 2. So, swap. Finally, we get the sorted linked list. Now see, how many number of nodes are there? there are 5 nodes. And how many iterations are required? 4 iterations are required to sort. So if there are 5 nodes, then 4 iterations are required to sort. And in case of first iteration, how many comparisons are needed? First with second, second with third, third with fourth, and fourth with fifth. So 4 comparisons are needed. But in case of second iteration, it is first with second, second with third, third with fourth. 3 comparisons are needed. In case of third iteration, it is first with second and second with third. 2 comparisons are needed. And in case of fourth iteration, it is 1 comparison needed. So, for first iteration, 4 comparisons are needed. For second, it is 3. For third, it is 2. And for fourth iteration, it is 1 comparison. So, how we can write the code? How we can write the function? So, see the discussion. So, bubble sort using linked list. So, this is our linked list and it is not sorted. I want to sort using bubble sort. So, here I have to pass the address of external pointer, that is this 600. And n, what is n? N is the total number of nodes in the linked list. In our case, it is 5. So what is the value of n? N is 5. And what is the value of ext? Ext is 600. Now struct node star p star q means p can hold address of any node, q also can hold address of any node. Now I write n1 equals to n minus 1. So if n is 5, then n1 is n minus 1, that is n1 is 4. I start one for loop for I equals to 0, I less than n1, I plus plus. So this loop will execute how many times? 0 to less than n1 means 0 to less than 4 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So this loop will execute 4 times for 4 iterations. Okay, so we already discussed 4 iterations are required to sort. So for 4 iterations, this loop will execute 4 times. Now see, p equal to star ext means value at ext. Value at ext means it is 1000. Ext is 600. Star ext means 1000. So p is 1000. Actually, p points to the first node of our linked list. So p is this node. So p is 1000. What is the value of p? It is 1000. That is the first node of our linked list. And q equals to p arrow next. The next node of p is q. P arrow next is 2000. So q is this node. So we already discussed in case of first iteration, 4 comparisons are required. Second iteration, it is 3 comparisons. Third, it is 2. And fourth, it is 1 comparison is needed. So first iteration, j starts from 0, j less than n1 minus I, j plus plus. So what is n1? N1 is 4. 4 minus I. So when value of I equals to 0, this loop will execute how many times? See, value of I equals to 0. So this loop will execute how many times? It is n1 minus I means 4 minus 0, that is 4. Less than 4 means 3. So 0, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. 4 times. When value of I equals to 1, this loop will execute how many times? This loop will execute 4 minus 1, that is 3. Less than 3 means 2. So this loop will execute 0, 1, 2, 3 times. When I equals to 2, then this loop will execute n1 minus 2 means 4 minus 2 means 2. Less than 2 means 1. So this loop will execute 0, 1. 2 times, and when I equals to 3, then n1 minus 3. Maximum value of I is 3. So n1 minus 3, that is 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3 means 1. Less than 1 means 0. So this loop will execute 1 time. Actually, this loop will execute how many times? It is depend on the how many number of comparisons are needed. So this loop will execute when I equals to 0, this loop will execute 4 times because of 4 comparisons. Then when I equals to 1, this loop will execute 3 times because of 3 comparisons. When I equals to 2, this loop will execute 2 times because of how many number of comparisons? Because of 2 comparisons, and when I equals to 3, this loop will execute 1 times because of 1 comparison. So in case of first iteration, 4 comparisons are needed. So this loop will execute 4 times the inner loop. In case of first iteration, when I equals to 0, then inner loop will execute 4 times. So this is P, this is Q. Now check if P arrow info is greater than Q arrow info. Yes, P arrow info is greater than Q arrow info. Then take one temporary variable, store the value of P arrow info to the temporary variable, store the value of Q arrow info to P arrow info, and store the value of temporary variable to Q arrow info. In this way, you have to swap. So here it is 17 and it is 25. Now what you have to do, P equals to P arrow next, Q equals to Q arrow next. So this node will be P now and this node is Q now. Again, is P arrow info is greater than Q arrow info? No, P arrow info is not greater than Q arrow info, so no need to swap. So P equals to P arrow next, Q equal to Q arrow next. So this one is Q now and this one is P now. Again check. If P arrow info is greater than Q arrow info, is P arrow info is greater than Q arrow info? Yes, P arrow info greater than Q arrow info, so need to swap. P equals to P arrow next, Q equals to Q arrow next. So this one is P now and this one is Q now. Now check if P arrow info is greater than Q arrow info. So is 31 is greater than 2? Yes. So need to swap. So it is 2 and it is 31. So after first iteration, we get the biggest number at the last position. Okay. So now come to the second iteration. In case of second iteration, value of I is 1 and again P equal to star xt, that is P is this node, and Q equals to P arrow next, that is Q is this node. And this loop will execute how many times? In case of second iteration, 3 comparisons are needed. So this loop will execute 3 times. So first time P is 17 and Q is 25. Is P arrow info is greater than Q arrow info? No. So no swapping is required. Then P equals to P arrow next, Q equals to Q arrow next. So this is Q and this is P. Now check again. Is P arrow info is greater than Q arrow info? Yes, P arrow info is greater than Q arrow info. So swapping is required. It is 13 and it is 25 now. P equals to P arrow next and Q equals to Q arrow next. So this is Q, this is P. Again check if P arrow info is greater than Q arrow info. Is 25 is greater than 2? Yes. So this is 25, swapping required. So swap, this is 25 and this is 2. So finally we get the second biggest element here. In case of third iteration, I is 2. Third iteration, 2 comparisons are needed. So this loop will execute how many times? This loop will execute 2 times. Okay, so this is P. Again you have to initialize P equals to star xt. So this is P and this is Q. Q equals to P arrow next. Now see if P arrow info is greater than Q arrow info. 17 is greater than 13. Yes. So swapping is required. Swap. 13 is here, 17 is here. Okay. Now P equals to P arrow next, Q equals to Q arrow next. So this is Q and this is P. Now again check if P arrow info is greater than Q arrow info. Is P arrow info is greater than Q arrow info? Yes. So swapping required. This is 2, this is 17. So we get 17 here. Now last iteration, that is fourth iteration. In case of fourth iteration, only one comparison needed. So again P equals to star xt, Q equals to P arrow next. So this is P and this is Q. Now see, is P arrow info is greater than Q arrow info? Yes, P arrow info is greater than Q arrow info. So swapping required, swap. So this is 2 and this is 13. Only one comparison. And finally we get sorted linked list. So in this way, using bubble sort, we can sort one linked list. To see the coding, bubble sort using linked list. See the coding. So this is our program. This is node structure. These are the prototype for all 4 functions. First function n insert is required for creation of linked list. Second is display for printing the linked list. Third is count to count how many number of nodes are there in a linked list. And fourth is our bubble sort. Now see our main. In main, I initialize external pointer as null. Now I repeatedly called nInsert function by taking the info of each node and repeatedly call nInsert function for creation of the linked list. So I am passing the address of external pointer and the info and repeatedly calling nInsert function for creation of linked list. Then call the function display by passing the address of external pointer to see the whole linked list. After that, call the function count by passing the address of external pointer, and this function returns the total number of nodes in our linked list, that is n. Now call the function bubble sort by passing the address of external pointer and total number of nodes. And after sorting, again I want to see our whole linked list. So call the function display by passing the address of external pointer. Now I am showing the total program. So this is our node. These are prototype. This is main. This is display function. This is end insert function. This is count function. And finally, this is our bubble sort function. So when I run our program, see, supply the number of node user want to insert in the linked list, say it is 6. So first node info, say it is 12, then 56, then 78, then 2, then 4, then 90. So before sorting, our linked list is this, and after sorting using bubble sort, our linked list is this. So in this way, you can do bubble sort using linked list. So this is your programming assignment. Write a C program to implement bubble sort using linked list. For getting more and more updates, please like, share and subscribe my channel. That's all for today. Thank you.